CASA is part of the Family Division of the 8th Judicial District Court, whose mission is to represent the best interests of foster children here in Clark County. And here with us this morning is CASA volunteer Allison Sandowski to share more about her experience. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming in.
So
what initially attracted you to the proposition of working for CASA?
Yeah, I knew I wanted to be involved in my community, specifically with youth in the community, and I answered a call for volunteers just like this and learned more about what happens when kids enter foster care. And the more I learned, the more that I knew that I wanted to use my voice to help advocate for them through that process.
Now, you've been advocating for teens, so what sort of challenges have you encountered, and what were the ways that you were able to overcome that?
If you had told me that I would be working exclusively with teenagers, I would have told you that you were crazy. Teenagers are amazing though. So the teenagers that I work with specifically are aging out of the system. So they are 16, 17 years old, they don't want to be adopted, and they're not going to be reunifying with family. So they know that at 18 they are going to be out on their own. And that 16, 17-year-old is an amazing energy, right? You are ready for independence. You're ready to be on your own. The light at the end of the tunnel is so close. So as a CASA, I get to come in and kind of be a coach. I get to help them prioritize what's important to them. Sometimes I have 2 years, sometimes I have 2 months. And the question is, what can we get done? How can we set up a foundation so that when you turn 18, you are successful out there on your own? And with that comes a lot of challenges. So something that might seem very simple to us, like getting a driver's license. There are a lot of barriers to kids in care when they want to do something like that. They have to check out their social security card from the county. So they not only have to make that DMV appointment, but they have to make that appointment to check out their social security card a couple of days in advance, get to that appointment. There's some additional paperwork involved for their proof of address. There's just a lot of extra steps and barriers. And I know when I was that age, I could not fill out a form to save my life, right?
Sure. Yeah,
and they have all of these different forms and processes that they have to follow. So I get to help advocate for them and teach them how to also go through all of these steps to get some of these kind of basic fundamental teenage, rites of passage completed. So that way when they're on their own at 18, they're ready to go and they have these tools.
You're obviously part of their lives at a difficult stage, and you're kind of like a rock in that process. And clearly by the, your desire to be part of that in teenagers' lives, there must be relationships you build with some of the children in this program that bonds form, and you're still in contact with some of them, and it develops into almost like a godparent or an aunt style situation.
Yes, auntie. I actually just got to have dinner with one of my former CASA youth last night.
Nice.
And we celebrated her son's 2nd birthday. So I'm also a CASA auntie. So yes, these relationships can stay. I tell them as long as they want me in their life, they're going to have to throw me out of their life, because we have gone through a lot together. And wanting and needing someone in your corner doesn't end when you turn 18 or 20 or 25. We all want someone cheering us on, and the fact that I get to be that for these youth is something really special that I don't take for granted.
Well, it's such a beautiful thing, and you're so passionate when you're talking about it. What would you say to someone who might be considering and listening and saying, wow, this sounds like maybe a program I'd like to help out with?
Yeah, I would say come on in. Jump on in, the water's warm. There are so many kids out there that just need an adult, a caring adult in their life to help them through these different milestones. And the fact is that no matter if we're there as a CASA or not, these kids are aging out. Like, these kids are in our community and they're applying for their first job and they're trying to get their first apartment, and all they want is to be safe and happy, right? And to build this life. And they're doing that with or without our help. And think about how much of an impact that you can make if you get to kind of walk alongside them and help connect them to all the resources that our city has to offer.
Well, thank you so much for coming in.
Yes.
Your passion's clear for all to see, and I hope that you've influenced someone out there watching at home right now to pick up the phone or go to the website. And if you want more information about the program or how you can become a CASA volunteer, visit casalasvegas.org.